Hi, Steve Stine from GuitarZoom here, and I want to show you something really neat that you can use to kind of spice up your solos a little bit, kind of stepping outside the lines of what you normally would think. For instance, if you were playing A minor pentatonic, and you get bored playing the same things over and over and over, a really neat trick that you can use is a sliding trick. Now, I normally teach people about sliding as a sort of a fundamental technique, like you can slide into a note, or you can slide out of a note. That sort of thing, okay? But another really neat thing that you can do with sliding is understanding that you can slide from virtually anywhere to a note that exists within your scale, or at least a note that you decide that you want to emphasize in your solo. So let's just take this for instance. If I was going to use 5 and 8 on the first string, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to slide from 7 to 8, and then the 5, I'm going to slide from 6 to 5. Now again, that 6 might look like a note that you can't use because it's not part of your scale or something like that. That's one of the first things you want to start kind of getting rid of in your brain, is always thinking that, well, if my scale consists of these notes, that's all I can do. Well, that's not true anyway. There's so many other things that we can do that would be a longer conversation than we have right now. But I want you to think about this sliding thing, that you could literally slide a half step up or a half step down from anywhere on the guitar, okay? You just have to make sure that the note that you're going to is a valid note in whatever solo you're doing, right? It might be pentatonic, it might be diatonic, it might be an exotic scale. That's entirely up to you. But the point is, see how neat that sounds if I go, okay? I could take the 3 and the 5 here of the A minor, this would be the 5th position, slide up from 4 to 5, and I could slide back to 3. And it just gives it some different color. And it's not, again, not overly difficult. It's not that far from where you're already looking at trying to get creative. It's just thinking outside the box a little bit. Literally the pentatonic box, right? Now, some of those slides you might look at and go, hey, that's part of whatever scale or whatever. And that's okay. But the bigger picture isn't that it's coming from a certain scale. It's the technique, it's the effect that you're having by doing that slide. And oftentimes when you do that, you're going to get some really neat sort of jazzy sounds. Okay? Or at least something more colorful than just the same old when you play those same notes. Adding slides as a fundamental technique is nice to do. And now we've got this little thing in the middle that we can do where we're just doing these little half steps. That sound really neat. So check that out, give that a try, and see how that works for your playing. See if it bumps it up a little bit. And again, makes it more interesting for a listener to hear, which is important, but more importantly, it makes it more exciting and more fun for you to play, because you're going, wow, this is something new I've never really thought about before. How can I explore this? And you can download, just click on the link and you can download various different backing tracks to test these out on. Now, all the backing tracks are in the key of A, so they're all going to work for whatever it is that you're doing. But there's different grooves and different things like that for you to try. But check that out and see what you can do with it.